one that you do for this engine drop. You see this comes forward. See how that comes forward, guys? Hello and welcome to my YouTube video. Thank you. Today we are going to be taking down this CCZ engine. So this is the Audi A3 8P 2011 2-litre TFSI engine, and the engine's going horizontally. So what I'm going to be showing you guys today is how to take down this engine and keep it together, presuming you're going to replace a bad engine, or you just want to take it down and do some work on it. But most of the time we take it down to replace the engine. So the easiest way I'm going to show you guys, the way I find the most easiest and have done. So with these horizontal engines, going back to 2002, even the maybe from the Mark IV Golfs, the Audi A3s, they've always gone horizontally, and they've always been held on by the engine mount on this side and the gearbox mount on this side below this air case. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you the way I would take it down and how I'd keep things together, just so it's easy for me to put it back in. So we're going to go ahead and start removing this engine. At the top of this engine, presuming you've taken off the front crash bar and the front end, usually you just take off the bumper and you keep the headlights together, and you just take off the slam panel after you've taken off these two aircon pipes on the left hand side for the CCZ, on the right hand side, sorry, all the electrical wiring for the horns. And then on this side you get the water that you need to take off too, and then you got the aircon on the radiator fan, and that should come straight off. So how I'm going to be tackling this engine, I'm going to be taking away this aircon pipe here that sits in there. On the left side I'm going to be taking off this canister. I'm going to be taking it all with me. I'm going to be removing this, and the water I'm going to take it with me as well. And there's one fuel line that goes to the back of here. Just going to lift that out, and the left side is going to be done. I'm going to be removing this air filter box, removing this battery, and underneath here, when I get there I'll show you guys what I'm going to be removing. I'm going to be taking off this panel here, and with this panel here there's a few wirings that you need to bring away. We have to take out the ECU. You could do it two ways. The first way is you could take away all the sensors on the vehicle and leave them on the left side here, or you at the back here you take the ECU out with the whole block. So let's get to it, guys. So if you look up here, let's remove this away. You could just put that out of the way. We've removed everything, cleared it, removed this, removed the fuel line and the pipes. So now I could access the two bolts. So on the left right hand side of the vehicle, everything's all clear. So there's nothing in the way. Now we're going to go ahead and come to the right side and start moving everything away. So let's get to it. So once we've removed that box, what we're going to go ahead and do is take away all of these joints here, everything comes back this way. We remove this starter motor, 13mm behind there, this sensor there, that comes out of the way. This wire, we just unclip it here, that runs all the way back, throw that out of the way. And then the gearbox linkage, we take these off here. There's one for each side and that one should just pull straight out, and then you see there's one bolt there, one at the back there, and that will just come away, and you just have to pry that forward and it'll come off. Then we need to, that one there we've already taken from there, we need to remove this, and then there's two for the heater matrix for the bulkhead. Once we take these two out, take away this metal clipping, and then we should be able to see the tab. And we just take away this wire here, and if there's anything else, and then the main loom, engine loom that runs back into the ECU, which is there. I'm going to show you guys what we need to do. And from the top, I need to get to the two top manifold bolts, which I could see from here, and we're going to be removing them. If you can see that, it's got two 16mm, and I'll show you what we need to do at the bottom after. These are the two for the heater matrix that need to come off to split it from the engine. There we go. Move them two out of the way. And then if you can see the 216 for the two top manifolds, we could get to them now. Heater matrix, we've removed this one here, we've removed the two top bolts for this manifold, we've removed this O2 sensor, we've removed this gearbox linkage away. once you've taken these two out, you can lift this one up here. There's still two holding it on the other side, but what you could do is just slip this one out and then slip this one away. By doing it this way, what you would need is a new ECU bracket. But don't go ahead and get these rivet panels in. What, somebody's going to come and nick this? Audi have fought really well there. So the two that controls the ECU, one for the engine wiring loom, that's what we need, and the bigger one is for all the electronics that run inside the vehicle. So that's how you remove that. Anything on this loom here, you just need to cut this cut here and bring this back to the car. If you have a look at that, guys, there's nothing holding it, all the wiring's been taken off, and the main ECU ones come with the block, and there's nothing here holding it. If you have a look around, all we have to go and do now is go to the bottom and take off the bolts, and this should be ready to be dropped in about, say, 20 minutes. So underneath the car of this Audi A3, and what is held on by for us to remove the engine, first I'm going to show you guys what it's just held on by. It's held on by this dog bone here. When we remove this, the engine comes forward away from the subframe. So we need to remove this drive shaft on both sides here and up there. And what we need to do is remove this plate here so we could get access to the manifold up there, the catalytic converter. So once we've removed everything, that's more or less, and you need to remove this sensor here. And if there's anything else, I'll show you guys along the way. But they're the main things that you need to remove to detach it away from the subframe to drop this engine. And obviously we need to take out the oil as well. So what I did, guys, I took out this drive shaft here so I could get a better access into here. So it just makes your life easier to get at this bolt, because a lot of people usually snap this bolt here. So make sure you lubricate it with a lot of WD-40 and just take your time doing this one, because when this one snaps, usually it does happen, you're going to be in for a very bad day, weekend, because it's very limited on space. So you just want to take as much time as possible to do these two bottom manifold bolts. I'm gone in with a spanner. You can get in with a ratchet on this one, but on this one here you can't really get in with a ratchet. The spanner does the job. That's the push. So guys, this is going to be the hardest one that you do for this engine drop. But once that's out, just need to split this away. That's gone. So that's off now. So the last bolt, guys, you need to remove is this dog bolt. So as soon as you remove this one, there's no support towards the bracket, everything. So what you could do, I know it's still held on by the engine mount at the top here, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove this, and you'll see this come forward. See how that come forward, guys? So now we just bring it down and it's ready to come down. So guys, we're just going to go back over everything to see if there's anything holding, move everything all out the way. That can stay on there. Everything at the back here has been removed. The manifold down there is gone. Everything, we've moved this aircon pipe out the way. This one comes along this way. And engine loom. Everything along here. There's nothing holding around there. Just put this out the way here somewhere. This is out the way here. The cuts come away. And now we're ready to remove. So I've got my pallet truck here, and it's really good. You could use it with the engine mount, but I've done more engine projects with this. Does it better. So now what's being held on is with this gearbox mount, engine mount on this side, and the gearbox mount on that side. So we just get our 18 mil. That comes off there. On this side, we don't need to take it from there, we just take it up from there because the mount's held onto there. So what happens is it drops downwards, and when you're putting it back in, it's easier. It just places back into these holes, and then you put it back in. And there we have it. So now Need to get that drive shaft moved on there. Thank you guys for watching my video on how to drop a CCZ engine on an Audi A3 or a Mark 6 GTI. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and if there's anything you want me answering, please leave a comment below and I'll answer you guys. Thank you for watching.
Perfect.